family. It's your girl Georgia. Welcome back to my channel, Georgia's Lifestyle. Good morning or good evening from wherever you are watching from. Yeah, so of course it's afternoon for me here in Abu Dhabi and home from work, but I haven't chat with you in a long while, so I just decided to give you a few minutes of my Monday evening. I'm home from work. I had a field trip today. So I wasn't in school for the most part of the day, out with the kids. It was lovely. I'm a bit tired. I don't know if you can see that my eyes are tired, but I just want to wish you a happy Monday, and I hope that you will have an awesome week. And I just want to encourage you that as you start your brand new day, your brand new week, that you will start it on a positive note, because it tends to transcend throughout the week. So I just want to wish you a marvelous Monday, and that you will have a wonderful week, and that all the plans that you have for this week, that they will come to fruition, that you will achieve all your plans for this week, the goals that you will set for this week. Hi Volcano, thank you so much for joining. Good morning. I see 5 people on. Thank you so much for joining, guys, wherever you are watching from. Good morning or good evening if you are here in the Arab Emirates. Yes, so my day is finished. So I'm basically home from work and just decided to chat with you for a few minutes. So thank you, Volcano, for joining. You're so supportive. Thank you, the Mellow Girl. Wherever you are watching from, the Mellow Girl, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Tamara. Hi, Tamara. How are you doing? Nice to hear from you. I hope how is it your side of the world, Tamara? How is it going your side of the world? Hope all is well with you and yours. Yeah, happy to know that you are doing well. So I just decided to spend a few minutes with you chatting, and as usual, if you have any questions that you would want me to answer, of course you can drop them in the comment. Okay, the Mellow Girl says we are on half-term break here in England. Oh, you're watching from England. Thank you so much for joining. And guys, when you join the live, remember to give the video a thumbs up when you join. Volcano, I definitely have to support you, my sister. Thank you so much. You're always here supporting. Repix for me. Thank you for joining, Repix. Good morning. Good morning to you, and good morning to everyone who is on the live. I'm trying to read the chat from 2 different devices. Yes, so it's Monday evening here already, 3:58 p.m. and the weather is getting back a little bit warm now, but the nights are so cold. But yeah, I'm looking forward to my 2 days of midterm break coming up this week. All right, so if you see me looking sideways, I'm just trying to read the comments from a different device. So enjoy your midterm break, the Mellow Girl. Hope you will find some time to rest. Yeah. Thank you, Non Jabulo, for joining. Let me put my device here so I can look this way instead. Yes, cold for us. Can you imagine that? Yeah, being in the desert can be very cold. Yes, we have to be out in our sweaters and scarves, especially in the morning and in the nights. It's like really very cold. I know it's unbelievable that we're here in the desert and we're actually cold. Yeah, so the months of December to going back to end of March, generally cold for a sweater and a scarf and so on. Sometimes it's really cold. It feels like only snow is left to fall. But after that, especially if you're coming for a vacation here, you don't want to be here after March because it is so hot. And Non Jabulo, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. You're watching from South Africa. Thank you so much for joining. South Africans, you're one of the countries that is sought after. South African teachers sought after in the UAE. Yes, you would, of course, normally see South Africans. They're asking for people from South Africa. Right, just like Mandible. Okay, so Rapix for me, I know that you're from Jamaica, know that you mentioned. Yeah, Mandible can be really cold sometimes, for real. Yes, so when it's really cold, it's like 19 degrees, and when it's hot, it's up to 49 sometimes. Yes, it can be really hot here. All right. And hi, Kiona. Good morning, Kiona. How are you doing? Hope all is well as you start your new week of school. I'm done with one day already. Sorry. So as you start your week, I hope that you will have an amazing week. You will have an amazing day. And if you're online and you're still interested in coming to the UAE, guys, recruitment is going on right now. It started from about October and it is going on right now. I keep seeing lots and lots and lots of vacancies online. So recruitment is still going on now. If you are already here in the UAE, lots of face-to-face interviews are going on right now. So you want to make sure you get into that batch. But the face-to-face interviews that are going on in the UAE now, you have to be invited. I think I'm losing signal or my Wi-Fi is dropping. Yes, but lots of face-to-face interviews are going on now if you are already in the UAE, but you have to be invited to those interviews. So you have to submit your CVs first, and then if you are shortlisted, then you can be invited to the interview if you qualify. All right, once again, thank you to the 11 persons who are online. Make sure to give the video. So I want to see 11 thumbs up, right? Because I see 11 of you are online. Hi, Mahfouz Ahmed. Thank you so much for joining. Right, and if you are outside of the UAE, I'm going to be dropping some quick links in the chat here of where you can apply for teaching jobs. So every day, this website, test.com, lots of vacancies are on test.com. So if you're outside the UAE, you can check that out. Also, Seek Teachers. Lots of vacancies are there too. Yeah, lots of vacancies are on seekteachers.com too. And guys, remember, don't apply to one place. Even if you have an offer and waiting for somewhere, and waiting, we Jamaicans say we don't put our eggs in one basket. So send out applications everywhere. It's better to have 3 offers than none at all. Yeah, so keep on sending out your CVs and the right one might just come. Yeah, so lots of vacancies, even golf education too. Ed Arabia, lots of vacancies are there too. I'm just dropping them in the chat box as I go along. And remember, guys, even if you sent out those CVs a long time ago to some of these places, send them again. Send them again so it's at the top of their list. And again, make sure that you are applying to the positions that you are qualified for, guys. I know from time to time I get messages like, can I apply for XYZ jobs? Remember, you cannot apply for a certain position if that's not what you were trained in. Your experience alone will, so if you have experience teaching at the primary school, but your qualification, your degree is not in primary education, then guys, you can't apply. That works in other countries. But when it comes to the UAE, you can only be employed to teach whatever you were trained to teach. All right. Mahfouz Ahmed, I want to ask you one question. In which month UAE schools normally perform most hiring? Mahfouz, as I was saying before, and I said it time and time again, recruitment never stops in the UAE. It never stops. So whenever you are ready to become a teacher in the UAE, send in your application. Recruitment never stops. People leave the UAE varying times throughout the year. And let me use myself as an example. My school I work now, I joined that school during the month of May. So whenever my contract ends, it's going to end in the month of May. So let's say, for example, this year May is coming up. If I don't want to go back to my job, that means my job will be vacant. So then the school will need somebody during the month of May. People leave in April, people leave in January. Recruitment never stops. However, if you want to apply for August position, then schools have started seeking for their teachers from as early as October of last year, and it is continuing. Okay, so it's continuous. All right, I hope that has answered your question. Okay, Mellow Girl. For teaching assistants, I don't know much about CASHE, but I know that alone, if you have some CASHE certificate with experience of working with children, that is sufficient for you to get a teaching assistant job here. So any form of, it doesn't have to be a degree, but any form of teaching certificate, and you have experience working with children, then that can give you a chance of becoming a teaching assistant. All right, but you must have some level of experience with kids. So just whatever form of certificate. All right. Hi, Chanel. One day down, Chanel. And maybe 4 more days to go for you, because I don't know if you're getting a break this week, but I'm looking forward for my 2 days this week. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to be dropping some more links in the chat. All right, so while I'm doing that, I know some of you ask about salary, how much salary to expect. Now, that's a research that you will have to do independently, because I have said time and time again that salary is not fixed. Every school doesn't pay the same amount of salary. Your salary is dependent on your years of experience, your qualification, and your nationality. Yeah, each school has its own salary package. Each school offers its own benefits. So one school might be paying 8,000, one is paying 9,000, one is paying 12, one is paying 15, one is paying 18 and 20. It is not fixed. Every school has its own salary package and benefit. And again, your salary is dependent on your years of experience, your qualification, and your nationality. Okay? So I know some of you, because I get the messages privately, you say you were offered only 8,000 dirhams, for example. No, I don't know what the equivalent of 8,000 dirhams is in your country, But based on where you are from, 8,000 dirhams might be a lot of money. Whereas, for example, myself as a Jamaican, 800 dirhams is not a lot of money in Jamaica. So, guess what now? Let us do the math, guys. A teacher from one country will be offered 8,000 and another might be offered 15,000, because 15,000, based on the exchange rate, it's not a lot of money in a particular country. Yeah? So salary is not fixed. So I know some of you get some offers, and because you see some of the job offers are up to 15,000 and 16,000 and 10,000, and you get one for 5,000 or 7,000, and you're like, no, I'm not taking that. It's based on your nationality. And of course, schools do the math. They know how much to offer different nationalities. It's the same when it comes to flight allowance. Let me use that as an example. When it comes to flight allowance, school pays for teachers' flight allowance to go home every summer. Now, not everybody gets the same amount. For example, a flight from the UAE to India might, for example, cost 2,000 dirhams. Now, 2,000 dirhams cannot take me to Jamaica. It therefore means that I am going to be getting more flight allowance than someone who lives 2 hours flight from the UAE. Yeah. So I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. Not everybody will be offered the same amount. Then again, some schools don't provide you with an apartment. They give you the allowance. So you will see some salary scale going all the way up to 18, 19, 20,000 dirhams. It's because those persons will have to rent their own apartment and pay their utilities and all of that. While someone who the school provides their accommodation, they might get an offer for 10,000 dirhams, 11, 12, maybe up to 16, because their school provides accommodation and sometimes covers their utilities too. All right, guys. I hope I'm not losing anybody. Can you comment and let me know if you are hearing me? Just comment and let me know if you are hearing me, because I think my Wi-Fi signal is dropping. I think on this device here it's just spinning. So I don't know if you're all hearing me. Can somebody comment and let me know if you're hearing me? All right, thank you so much. Yes. So yes, thank you. So yes, indeed, salary varies. All right. So for someone with just 2 years experience, or of course naturally you have 2 years experience, somebody who has 5, 6, 7 years experience will be getting more than you. So truth is, I am not able to tell you how much a school will offer you. And if you get an offer, you have to work it out and do the equivalency and see how much it values in your home country. And I know that you might know some other nationalities too, that you're the same nationality as other persons and you're not being offered the same amount as they are, but it's because of your years of experience too. So everybody will not get the same. And like I said, different schools offer different salary packages. All right. But for what I'm pretty sure about, there are some nationalities where the salary here in the UAE, to be honest, is not different from what they would get back in their home country. But you know why they come here? For example, when I talk to my colleagues from the UK and from Ireland, they're like, the salary here that they're getting in the UAE is not much different. But you know why they come here? Because at the end of the day, the salary is taxed free. Yeah. So they're not paying any taxes. Of course, they're saving back all of that. The next thing is that they are given housing allowance, or the school provides accommodation so they don't have to pay any rent. So they are saving back on all of that money. And if a school is giving you 12,000 dirhams, you get all of that 12,000 dirhams and you decide how you want to spend it. Yeah, some schools even provide, pay for your utilities. The only thing you pay for out of your salary is for your internet. And I worked at one school that paid for the electricity, the AC, the water, and even the internet. So schools offer different salary packages, different benefits. Yeah, so that's why persons gravitate here, because even like in the US, I know the US teachers pay a lot for bills and rent, and they have to furnish their apartment and all of that. So they prefer to come here and work because they save back on that amount of money, right? Hope I'm not missing, sorry, anyone's question. Mahfouz, a visa has nothing to do with the timing in which you search for a job. Yeah, the visa that you come on here has nothing to do with the timing of searching for a job. You come on a visit visa, you come on a tourist visa, you come on a job employment visa. It has nothing to do with the time you come to search for a job. The fact of the matter is, if you can come here while you search for a job, then that decision is up to you. Yeah, persons ask from time to time if they can come here and search for a job. It's a decision that you have to make, because when you come, it might take you up to 3 months to find a position. So will you be able to pay your rent? Pay for accommodation to stay somewhere and to take care of yourself financially while you search for a job? Okay. Oh, Chanel, you're not getting any break. What about the medical system? Mela girl, the medical system is excellent. Excellent. It doesn't matter what job you do here in the UAE. Your employer has to provide you with health insurance. It doesn't matter from the highest to the lowest, whatever you might call it, job you do here, your employer has to provide you with medical insurance. I did a minor surgery in last December, and I walked into the hospital, and all I paid was the registration fee of 50 dirhams. And I did my surgery, and my insurance covered all of that. I walked out of the hospital with all my medication and everything. I can go to the dentist. So the medical system is very good. The hospital system is very good. I know persons have done eye surgery, done fibroid surgery, and in Jamaica that's a lot of money, and all they paid was the registration fee, did their surgery, and out. Yes. So one thing I can say when it comes to that, excellent service. Nobody is turned away from any hospital because you can't find the money for to do a surgery XYZ. All right. Oh, Chanel, so you're just gonna have to look forward to spring break coming up soon. But Chanel, I think we're gonna be going off early in June, maybe a week earlier, because of Ramadan timings. So some little breaks will be coming up soon. I'm trying to think of which other link I can drop in the chat box. Which ones I didn't write. Oh, and Aldar schools. And guys, I hope you have registered on LinkedIn. Every day I get job offers on LinkedIn. I hope I spelled it right. Yes, that's another great place to make sure that you are registered on LinkedIn, where you can find loads of vacancies. Every day I get vacancies on LinkedIn, and every day I get offers on seekteachers.com. So make sure to check those out. BED is compulsory for getting a teaching job in the UAE or a bachelor's degree. BED is the same as bachelor's degree. BED is the same as bachelor's degree. You need a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in education. And that is mandatory. Mandatory. All right. So you either have a bachelor's degree or you have a master's degree, both in education. If you have both of them, then if you get an offer at a school that pays for masters, then you will get a better salary. Not all schools pay for masters. Some schools just want the BED and that's what they will pay you for. But you either need a bachelor's degree in education or a master's degree in education. And if you're a secondary teacher, it must be bachelor's in education, secondary in a specific subject area. To be a primary school teacher, you need a bachelor's degree in primary education. So that means you will be teaching, if you're a primary school teacher, you are going to be teaching math, English, science, and another subject depending. Some schools have a separate teacher for moral education, right? But if you're a primary school teacher, you're going to be teaching 3 core subjects: math, English, and science. All right, so Mahfouz, Bachelor of Commerce, Master of Commerce, those aren't high school, those are not offered at the primary level nor at the high school level. So this should tell you now that you can't apply. You should be applying to some university or college. Yeah, because those are not taught in primary school, early years, or in the high school. All right, I hope you're hearing me. So with what you have listed now, none of those are taught in primary school or at the high school level. So it therefore means that you cannot apply for any of those jobs. So your area of specialty shows that you need to be applying to some university or college. All right, that's fine. Mahfouz. I'm here to answer your question. So that's fine. I know countries like China and so on, you can be employed to teach just about anything as long as you have a bachelor's degree in education. But when it comes to the UAE, you can only teach what is written on your degree. All right. You can be a specialist teacher at the primary level because some schools just have you teaching English, but you must be trained in that area. Yes, June to August, super hot is an understatement. Just a second, sorry guys. Let me just plug in my laptop. Yes, super hot is an understatement. It's so hot that you can actually put an egg outside on the road for it to fry. I actually fainted back in 2000 here from just a 10 minutes walk, and I fainted. There is a law here that when it comes to, I think, starting in end parts of June to July thereabout, it's illegal if your job is done outside, like you're a construction worker, working on roads, building, etc. It's illegal for your employer to have you working outside, I think between 1 on 3 p.m. or one on 4 p.m. It's illegal to have you working outside. And when it comes to those months, like in coming down to May, June, the kids in school, the kids don't get playtime on the outside anymore. They have to play indoors because it's that hot. Very, very hot. Thank you, Mahfouz. Hi, Jennifer Fong. What is the starting pay for primary and school teachers in the UAE? So, Jennifer, I explained that a whole lot in the starting of the video, but I guess you weren't on at that time. But starting pay for primary and school teachers, um, your salary is dependent on your years of experience, your qualification, and your nationality. Now, the UAE requires that you have no less than 2 years teaching experience. No less than 2 years teaching experience. Now, this 2 years must be after you have finished your degree. So, for example, you finish your degree this year, 2023. Your 2 years experience would be in 2025. In 2025, you would have completed 2 years after. So, you need to finish your degree in 2023, teach for 2 years after that. Then that's what they count as you having 2 years teaching experience. Okay, now there are some schools that employ newly qualified teachers. So when you see the jobs being posted, you see NQT. NQT acceptable or NQT is not accepted. So NQT means newly qualified teacher. So of course, if you're newly qualified, you're a newly qualified teacher, again, your salary will depend on which school you're working, because every school has its own salary package, its own salary benefit. Now, I don't know where you are from, but I know there are some schools that offer as low as 7,000 dirhams, maybe even 6,000 dirhams, and that is because of your nationality. I don't know the equivalency for how much the money values in some countries, but I know 6,000 dirhams probably is a lot of money in some countries. I remember giving somebody doing my hair once, and I paid her 500 dirhams. And she was like, Miss Georgia, if I send home 500 dirhams to my mother, she's going to tell the whole community. And I was like, 500 dirhams? Like yesterday, I went to the supermarket yesterday and my bill was 510 dirhams. So when she said if she ever sends home 500 dirhams to her mom, the mom is going to tell the whole neighborhood. I was like, 500 dirhams? Because 500 dirhams in my country, the equivalency of that is no money. Yeah. So schools offer different salary packages because they work it out and they know how much the money values in your country. Okay. So of course, if you are a newly qualified teacher, and depending on your nationality and the school where you're employed, the salary can be as low as, I'll put it at 7,000 dirhams. But it goes up to, schools pay up to 16,000 dirhams with accommodation. They provide accommodation. Then there are schools that pay up to 18,000 dirhams or 21,000 dirhams. And that is because you will have to rent your own apartment, find furniture, pay your utilities, and so on. Okay? So, truth is, I am not able to tell you how much a particular school will pay you because schools offer different salary packages and different benefits. So, some schools provide free tuition and some don't. Some just give you allowance for your child's tuition, while some school covers your child tuition. Some schools give tuition, but you don't get flight allowance for your family. Some schools give flight allowance for your family, but they don't give tuition. Okay, so it varies. But for one thing, all schools provide you with your airfare and your visa to come here. And at the end of 1 year, they provide you with your flight allowance to go back home after completing 1 year. If you travel other times during the year, then you are responsible for your flight allowance. All right. And yes, and you get health insurance and all of that. Those are basic things that you must be provided when you're recruited to teach in the UAE. All right. I hope I answered your question. Okay, she said, got it. All right. Yes, and primary and secondary, the salary doesn't depend on which level you teach. So whether you teach KG, primary, or secondary, that doesn't affect the salary. All right. It's your years of experience and your qualification. So the level you teach, that doesn't affect the salary. Shantae, what pushes a teacher to switch jobs? All right, Shantae, let me use my experience. What pushed me? So I don't like to break contracts, let me say that. So my first job here, I finished my contract, and of course, I know after having experience here, I know what the salary package is like. And if I know, I mean, I didn't leave my home country to come and sit at one school. No, I taught at one school in Jamaica for 14 years. Mhm. But coming to the UAE, I came here to work for the benefits. So if I finish a contract and I know that a school is offering a better salary, then I'm going to switch jobs. So people switch jobs because of the salary. People switch jobs because they want different experience teaching the different curriculum. People switch jobs because of the working environment. All right. Um, the only thing I would say is that there are some schools here, to be honest, that it's really stressful working there. The workload can be a lot, and the environment might be toxic. So other little things might push some persons to switch jobs. But for what I will say is that you might switch a job for 1,000 dirhams more, but working at that place is so stressful. So would you rather to stay at this particular school where you're comfortable, or move to another school that will give you 1,000 or 2,000 more, but it's so stressful working there? But those are some of the reasons that push people to switch jobs. Like for me, I am happy that I actually switched jobs. I really, my first job here, if the salary was better, I'd stay there. It's on private international schools where I taught lots of different nationalities in the class. So I liked that kind of setting. But the only reason I left that school was because I wanted a better salary. But leaving that school also afforded me the privilege or of getting the experience of teaching another curriculum. Because that first school, that was the British curriculum, and then the other school after that is the American curriculum. All right, so if and when I'm ready, not if, when I'm ready to leave here, I can actually say I have the experience teaching British curriculum and the American curriculum. But yeah, it's really the salary for the most part that pushes people, to switch jobs, or they are not comfortable in the environment that they're working. All right, why applying? Yes, definitely. Repix, for me, you are asked during the interview, why are you switching jobs? And of course, that's one of the things that I said during my interview, that I wanted the experience. Like I said to the interviewer, I am here because of the culture and the rich experience and everything, and I want new experiences for me. So I want the experience of teaching another curriculum and so on. I never ever mentioned the salary. No. And during an interview too, never ever say you're leaving. Never ever talk anything bad about the school that you are leaving. That's a no no, that's a red flag. You might be leaving the school because the experience there was so bad, but never ever mention that. Never ever talk bad about your previous employer. That's a red flag. All right, so you have to, even though it's because of the environment, you just have to find something positive to say to give us the reason why you're leaving. One thing you can say is, Repix, if you have kids, you can actually say, um, you can mention the benefits in that I did my research and I know that this school, this school offers tuition for my kids, and of course they live here. They know the tuition can be very, very expensive. So you can actually mention that, because of your kids and because this school provides a family package and so on, that's your reason for moving. Mela girl, people are here for over 10, 15, 12 years. Some persons have called here as their home. All right, it's the environment for you, yes. Um, but expats on a whole, especially teachers from Ireland, my colleagues, I learned this from them that in Ireland, if they leave Ireland to teach elsewhere, they have to go back within 5 years because it's like a benefit for them once they leave their country and go and get international experience. When they go back home, it puts them higher on their scale. So it gives them a better salary package. So most of them will come here, do their 5 years, but they have to go back into their system within the 5 years. Some stay after longer than that. I don't know how they explain that, but yes. But a lot of persons come here and stay 10 years and move on. They'll stay here. Some persons just finish their contract here, the 2 years or the 3 years, and they move on to another country, not necessarily going back home. All right. I came here to spend 5 years because I came here in 2017 and now I'm in my 6th year. So, yeah. Okay, well, so Repix is saying for repix for me, um, it's the environment. Yes. I would never tell anyone to stay in a toxic environment to work because going to work, you should not go there feeling heavy, burdened. You should go to work feeling light and looking forward to going home. That can affect your mental health, your physical health. So I always say to persons, if you can manage to finish your contract, then as much as you can, try to stick it out and finish it because as long as you finish your contract, that's the UAE law, the job has to give you your experience letter. All right, so try as much as possible not to break a contract, but when you know your contract is coming to an end, then you start searching for jobs. Yeah, because I would never tell anybody to stay in a toxic environment. That is hard to work. And the truth of the matter is, we can't say everything here, but the truth of the matter is teaching anywhere you go is not a bed of roses. There are, as long as we're working among people, we're gonna have some bad apples. Yeah, so but we have to do what is best for us. All right. Yeah, and sometimes you just want a change of environment too. Yeah, even that helps. A change of environment if you're in the western region, if you're not exactly in the city, a change of environment can do a lot for you too. All right. But for the most part, everyone, the experience with working here, to be honest, it has been rewarding so far. If you're a Jamaican, it's really. We're gonna go get some lunch now. All right. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. And of course, guys, even after this chat has ended, you can message me at any time should you have any comments. All right, you can message at any time. I'll answer as best as I can. Just scrolling up. Oh, because I was wondering if I missed anybody's comment. Can we wear pants to work as we do? Yes, you can wear pants. And pants is if you work in a government school, pants is your safest bet. Government, there are just a few schools I've heard of, just a few, 2 out of 5, that would ask a teacher to wear an abaya, that black dress. But for the most part, if you work in a government school, you have to be fully covered. So like I'm still in my work clothes now, and especially in a government school, cap sleeves are not allowed. So your sleeves must be at least to your elbow. No cleavage. So if I'm at work now, I'm doing this for the most part, yeah? No cleavage. When it comes to your pants now, yes, you can wear pants, but they must be loose fitting, not tight fitted pants. No, 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 no. Can't be tight fitted. And dresses and skirts must be way below your knee so that when you sit and it still covers your knee halfway down to your ankle. Um, there are some schools that are a little bit more liberal in terms of the international schools where you have lots and lots of expats. There are some of those schools, because my first school here was an international school. Strict dress policy, yes, but I could actually wear my skirts that I wore back in Jamaica. I could actually wear my skirts at that school, and those skirts, they stopped right at my knee. But this school I'm at now, no, 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 no. To be fully covered for work, a pants is your best bet, or long dresses that would catch you at your knee. But especially when it comes to the government schools now, they are stricter on the dress code. All right. Let me scroll up again to see if I had missed any comment. All right. Yeah, but living and working here, it's it's safe. It's safe. I feel so much safer here than going back home. I was talking to some friends over the weekend and I was saying that, like, even when I go back home, it's like after 3 weeks, like I am ready to come back because I have gotten so used to the sense of orderliness, um, customer service, the way people talk to you, conducting business. It's like when I go back home now, I get easily frustrated. Like going to the bank and standing in the bank line sometimes for 2 hours, it frustrates me. conducting business, and it's like if you don't know someone, you can't get some businesses done because you have to know someone. So those things, and being safe, I can sit in a taxi, fall asleep in the taxi. I just need to tell the driver where I'm going, and I can actually fall asleep in the taxi and nothing will happen to me. The driver will drop me off at my destination. I can go through my door and I don't have to turn the key in the door. Yeah. I can forget my purse here or my phone here and come back and find it. Somebody's going to take it up and put it at the reception desk or the information desk or somewhere. However, not to say that nothing bad happens here, but you don't even hear about it, and it's far and few. Far and few. So I feel so safe here. I don't have to be walking and looking behind my back. The supermarkets are huge, and I can have my handbag in my trolley and I'm in aisle 1, and I can walk gone all the way over to aisle 10 and nobody will touch my bag. I'm walking in the mall and my trolley is packed and I need to use the restroom. I can leave my trolley on the outside and go in, use the restroom and come back. Don't have to be looking over my shoulder. Go out any hour, come back any hour. So it's a safety here for me. I feel safe. And again, it's a great travel hub. Living here is so easy to travel to different places. We get a lot of breaks from school and even 2 days off school. Lots of colleagues just travel to neighboring countries. It's so easy to travel from here. Easy and inexpensive to travel to different countries. So it's a great place to raise family. Really family oriented. It's a great place to raise your kids. For me, since being here, the only disadvantage I don't like with living here is the distance from here to Jamaica. I can never get used to it. You might, let's say there's an emergency and you want to take a quick weekend flight. It's gonna take me 1 day to reach and another day to come back. So if a teacher who works in the US now can leave on a Friday evening flights and go back on a Sunday, I can't do that. Because if I leave on a Friday evening, I'm not getting to Jamaica until Saturday afternoon, and then I'm gonna have to leave Saturday night to get back into the UAE on Sunday to go back to work on Monday. So for me, it's the distance that I don't like, how far it is from home. You're welcome, Juliet. Yes, but otherwise it is nothing about Middle East, and people talk about bombing and well, we've never experienced that so far, thank goodness. It's a great place to live. People are warm and friendly. It doesn't matter where you are from, which country you're from, you are going to meet people from your nationality. And even from Jamaica, we have so many Jamaicans here. Lots of teachers from India, from the UK, Ireland, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Nigerian teachers, Ugandan teachers. It doesn't matter where you're from, you're going to find persons of your nationality here. So you will make friends, and if you have your family here, of course, you can take your family along with you. Right, so if you're still interested, go ahead and apply. Send in your application. For some persons, they get response within a month, some 2 months. Some will tell you that it took them 6 months. So there is no time frame to say that you will get back feedback from wherever you apply. There's no set time frame. Um, some of the jobs being advertised, you will see where they specifically say that um, you will only get a reply if you are shortlisted. Okay, so if you send out a CV and you did not get any reply, it means that you were not shortlisted, because I guess they don't have the time to reply to everyone. So what they say is, some of the schools or the companies, recruitment companies, they say if you don't get a reply, it means that you were not shortlisted. So there actually isn't any time frame to say you will hear back from a particular school. All right. Tamara, Aniki, is your spouse allowed? Yes, your spouse is allowed to work. Yes. You can either sponsor your spouse to live here, or if your school provides family benefits, then that school will take care of your spouse visa and everything. And of course, married spouse. Yeah. To get the benefits, you have to be married. All right. But yes, your spouse can work. Sometimes it's not easy depending on the job that your spouse does. Sometimes it's not easy to find a job, but yes, of course, they are allowed to work here. I find though that it's much easier when you are employed from outside of the country than when you live here, like when the spouse come and is trying to find a job. But yes, it depends on what industry or so you work in. It might be easy and sometimes it's not easy, but of course they are allowed to work. And yes, let me talk to about getting your documents attested. While you are searching, you don't have to wait until you get an offer to get attestation. You can attest your documents while you apply for jobs, because attestation doesn't expire. So you can always do that while you're searching. What about daycare? Yes, daycare is here. I've heard that it can be expensive. Daycare can be expensive. So what some persons do is they employ nannies. They employ nannies to work in their home, and that is not expensive. Some persons find employing a nanny cheaper than sending the child to daycare. But yes, daycare is here, easy and accessible. Um, I know some persons, Gillette, that their bachelor's degree is like in something else, but they did a diploma after that to what do they call it in Jamaica again? Like I know somebody who had their degree in accounting, but they had to do an education diploma. So if that's the case, if you have a diploma, then that might work, Juliet. Yes, right, post-grad diploma, right. And then in some countries too, yeah, post-grad. Because I was just gonna say PGCE, yes, because it's a bachelor's degree, or the jobs will say a bachelor's degree or whatever is equivalent to a bachelor's degree, which is a PGCE. Yes, thank you for that, Tamara. Right. And if you're from a country where English is not your native language, then you're going to need TEF. TEFL, whatever it is called, TEFL. Yes, if you're from a country that, if English is not your native language, you're gonna need a certificate. Yeah, you see, Chanel is saying right. When you go home after 2 days, you're ready to come back. Seriously, seriously. When I am to go home, I count down the days. I can't wait to go home. But it's like after 2 or 3 weeks, I'm just ready to go back. Like everything, everything starts to and once I have to leave home to go out and do some business, everything starts to annoy me. Like, even as much as I need to order something to eat, and here, Chanel, you can just pick up your phone and order your food, or your whole supermarket grocery. You just pick up your phone, order your food, and all your groceries are delivered to your door. You need something to eat from the restaurant, it's delivered to your door. And then when I'm home now, and I'm lazy to go to drive and go get it, or to go to the supermarket and lift up the heavy bags and stuff. Yeah, so those little perks. Yeah, when I'm home, it's like after a while, no, I'm ready to go back. Yes, Juliet. Yes, you can travel as you wish. All right, let me let you in on something. So this week we're my school, we're gonna get 2 days off. So we won't go to school Thursday and Friday. And a lot of my colleagues, they're flying out on Wednesday evening after school. So they'll get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday and ready for work on Monday. Persons travel. My colleagues, they travel even on the weekend. Because here school is for 4.5 days, Monday to Friday. We leave 12 o'clock on a Friday. And persons book flights Friday evening and come back Sunday evening. Come back even Monday morning on an early flight and ready to go back to work. Yes. So lots of opportunities to travel neighboring countries, going to Saudi Arabia, going to Qatar, going to India, going to Egypt. Pretty easy. Going to the Maldives, going to Turkey. It's very easy. When I went to Egypt, I paid only 25 US for my visa, and I paid for the visa on arrival. Just 25 US. So all I did was book my ticket, and when I got to Egypt, right in the airport, I paid the 25 US for visa on arrival. Yeah. So that's some of the perks of living here. And then, like I said, your school will give you your airfare to go back in the summer. So if you travel otherwise during the year, going wherever you want, then you have to pay for your airfare. Some schools provide flights for you and your family up to 2 children. And some schools, because you get the tuition, then you don't get the flight. Some schools give both tuition and flight for the family and tuition for the kids. All right, so that's about it for my little chat with you for this evening. But of course, like I said, should you have any further questions, you can always drop them in the comment section, or you can send me a message on Facebook if it's private. If it's private, you can send me a message on Facebook, and I'll just drop my full name in the chat. So you can send me a message on Facebook if it's a private message. Otherwise, you can just drop it under the comment section here if it's not private, or my Instagram. All right, guys, so if there are no further questions, then I'm gonna go make some dinner. But thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you for the lively chat. Of course, it's always a pleasure to chat with you. Um, my friend and I we always say that when we were coming here, it was like YouTube videos we watched, and there wasn't even a lot. So it's our pleasure to, to give you information while you search, because it is my wish that wherever you are from and you need an information, I wish everybody get an opportunity to travel wherever they want to go. So um, feel free to message. It's my pleasure to, to answer your questions. All right. So once you are chosen to teach, Juliet, um, your school provides for working here in the Middle East, whether it's the UAE, because I know some persons think that Dubai is a country. Dubai is not a country. Dubai is one of the cities that make up the UAE. UAE, 7 cities. Dubai is one of them. Abu Dhabi is another. Ajman, Sharjah, Al Quwain, Fujairah, 7 of them. All of them offer the same benefit. Now, once you are given an offer to work here, it costs you nothing. The only thing that you pay for is to get your documents attested. So, for example, you're in Jamaica, you have to take your documents to the Ministry of Education for them to attest it, or you could call it authenticate it. So they have to stamp it. So you photocopy, get a colored copy of your degree and your transcript, photocopy it, take it to the Ministry of Education and get it attested. Then you take it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's free. It's free at the Ministry of Education, but you have to pay for it at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That's the only thing you pay for. Then you have to get UAE attestation. That means it has to go to the UAE Foreign Affairs also to get their stamp. Your school that employs you pays for your visa, pays for your airfare, and when you arrive here, they pay for you to get your medical done. As you have to do a medical, but you do the medical when you arrive here. So if you get an offer that is asking you for money, that's a red flag. You don't pay anything to come here. Your school sends you your visa and sends you your ticket in your email, and you print it and you come. All right? If it's a school that sponsors your kids also, if it's a school that pays for your kids' airfare, they're going to send you your kids' visa and your kids' ticket. All right? Schools that don't sponsor family, then they will send you everything for you that they're employing. But if you're taking your family along with you, then you have to pay for those things for your family. All right? But when you apply, if you see a school asking you for $1, $1, it's a red flag. All right? You're getting ready for work tomorrow, and I'm home from work. What a world, right? I'm finished one day already. Yeah. Hi, Faisal. Thank you for joining. No, so once you get a UAE visa, you can't travel all over. You can travel all over. Yes. Once you have a UAE visa, all right. So all the 7 Emirates, you can drive to all of them, right? They're all like Abu Dhabi is the capital, so it's bigger than Abu Dhabi is the capital, so it's bigger than Dubai. Dubai is the second largest of the 7 Emirates, and you drive to all of them. Like depending on where you live in Abu Dhabi, it's like 1 hour 20 minutes drive to Dubai. The other Emirates, Sharjah, is 30 minutes from Dubai. Then there is Ajman. So you drive to all the 7 Emirates. All right. But if you're going to be flying now, then before you fly, then you have to check out if you have to get the visa for that country before you go, or you get visa on arrival. Okay. But the seven Emirates that make up the UAE, they're all in driving distance of each other. So Faisal, yes, if you have a BA degree or BED, you will get a job. Um, Without experience, you have to specifically apply for the positions that you see that states that NQTs can apply. All right. For example, when you go on test.com, www.test.com, most of the jobs on test.com, you will see or on Indeed website. I don't remember if I did that one, www.indeed.com. But most of them you will see they write in red. In red, NQTs cannot apply or not suitable for NQTs. And then if no experience, you see it written in green. NQTs can apply. All right. But the minimum here is 2 years teaching experience before coming. But yeah, you can search for the ones that say NQTs can apply. You're welcome. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. Yes, if you have experience before it, some schools count it and then some don't. A lot of schools count the experience that you have after finishing your studies. For example, um, in Jamaica, I did my diploma first and then I did the degree afterwards. When I came here, I had to show them also my diploma transcript to account for the different other years of experience that I had before doing the degree. So some of them put them all together and some count the experience that you have after doing the bachelor's degree. Of course, women are allowed to drive here. Yes. Everyone is allowed to drive here as long as you have your driver's license. There's nothing that women can't do, only men can do it. No. You can go out in public by yourself. Hi, Carrie. Thank you for joining. Yes. All equal here. The only time men are separated from women here is when you go to some business places, when you go to the hospital or just to the doctor and you see the sign that males sit over here and females sit over here. That's the only separation. When you're gonna go into the bus, men sit at the back, women sit at the front. That sense of order, and because of the culture. Yes, so that level of respect. So once you're in a sitting area, they put up the male sign different from the female sign. An exception for expatriates? No. The law is the same for everybody, and I mean taking part in anything is the same for everybody. You don't get away with something or you don't get charged with something because you are an expatriate. No. We're allowed to take part in just about everything. I think the only exception I've seen so far is I can't, because I'm not a Muslim, I can't go inside the prayer room. Yeah? But no, I take part in just about anything. And when it comes to your dressing, you still have to take into account the culture where you live in, but It's only going to work, you are limited in terms of what you wear. So outside of work, you wear your little dresses and your strapless and whatever outside of work. But of course, if you're going to some business places, you have to, proper cover up. If you're going into some government buildings, etc., proper length dress, or if you're wearing what you call it, crop pants or whatever. But it's just for work where your dressing is restricted. And when it comes to going out, like I said, you know the culture and everything, so you're not going to wear some half naked thing go out. But your regular casual clothes that you wear back home, you wear them when you're going out. Wear your swimwear and everything, go at the beach and all of that. So Faisal, I have lots and lots and lots of videos on the channel stating how you can apply for teaching jobs. At the end of every video, as long as it's about teaching, if you click below the title of the video, you will see me list a lot of websites to which you can register and apply. Simple, and I have some of them here in the chat. I typed some of them in the chat where you can register and apply. SeekTeachers.com, Indeed, EdArabia, EdVectus, Gulf Education, Aldar Schools, ADNOC Schools, lots of them. All you need to do is visit their website, register, and apply. Yes, Carrie, tell them to like the video. Yes, click a like on the video. Thank you so much. I have so many subscriber friends, even from Jamaica. Some I haven't met yet, but this channel has afforded me to meet so many, so many persons, even though I haven't met them physically yet, but still maintain this, contact, and you can share with them and be encouraged and strengthened. Yes, so you're never ever gonna feel alone here, like you're in this world by yourself, because you will have colleagues, you will meet new people, you will have online friends, and so on. Of course, it's hard if you are a family person to leave your family and come. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but you all can make it. You all will survive and can survive. Right, you see, Carrie is now here, and Carrie said she followed my channel like a hawk before coming here to get information. Yes, so it's my pleasure, to share information with everybody. And I always say, even after I share information, you can do your own research too, but basically share from my experience. Yeah, because I know what it felt like when I came here and I only knew one person. She came 1 month before me, and I knew her. She came 1 month before me, and it was like going into a whole new world, not knowing anybody. So I'm happy that I'm able to share information and that it really helps. And of course, I have met some of my subscribers. That's another thing that I like too. When I finally meet my subscribers, or I don't meet them, but we still have a phone relationship. It's very good. And I've met some amazing people, right, Carrie? Yes, and Chanel. Thank you, Faisal. Yes, I hope, Faisal, I hope you'll get to visit Dubai whenever you are finished. And time is flying so fast to know that before you know it, you'll be finished and you'll be here. All right, so I wish you all the best, Faisal, as you continue to study. And for those of you who have finished studying, remember, I always say too, while you apply for jobs here in the UAE, send out to other Middle East countries also, because they do offer the same benefits. Yes, so I'm a Jamaican, and there are Jamaicans in Bahrain, there are Jamaicans in Kuwait, and you know the Kuwait dinar is the strongest currency, yeah? There are Jamaican teachers in Oman, in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia, and all those places offer the same benefits as the UAE. So while you're trying, you can try applying to other countries too. Get your 1 year international experience there, and then you can, still wait on your offer in the UAE. Yeah, never ever put your eggs in one basket. I have a subscriber who was following me all along, and she wanted to come here, but she got an offer in Kuwait and she's loving it. She's loving it there so far. Having the same benefits, getting her housing and her flights and everything, and that is where she's at. And she's gonna stay in Kuwait, finish her contract, and then still apply to come here. Yeah. I have Jamaican friends in Saudi, in Qatar. Yes, so you just never know where the Lord will place you, until it's time to go where you want to go. All right? So never ever limit yourself or put all your eggs in one, in one basket. All right. So if there are no further questions, guys, I'm gonna take a break. It's been a long day. I had a field trip today. So it wasn't that bad, but I was on field trip and the kids running around and all of that. And then we went back to school. Yeah, and it's what? After 5 p.m. now? Yes, 5:20 p.m. here. 5:16 p.m. So for those of you who are watching and it's daytime for you, I hope you will have a wonderful day, an amazing day, a safe and productive day. If you're in college, if you're studying, I wish you a great day also, and that all will be well. All right, so thank you guys. So here, Rondine, Rondine just came on. Rondine, I just talked about you. I just made mention of a subscriber who's now a friend who applied to come here but got an offer. Yes, Rondine, I didn't call your name, but I just made mention of you that, person should explore and not limit yourself. We never know where God wants us to be. And yes, Rondine was applying here, but Rondine got her offer in Kuwait and she's there loving it so far. And she has the same benefits that I have here, housing and flights and whatever. Yeah, and I'm sure if she decides to stay in Kuwait, she will stay in Kuwait, or when she's finished, she'll apply to come here. Yeah. Yeah, and insure, right, and insurance too. Yes, your health benefits and so on. Yes. You see, and she's always on the channel here to a subscriber who I haven't met yet, but she's my phone friend too. Right? So, basically you want the international experience, so you have to, you know, change your mindset and not limit yourself, right? Because we never know what plans, God has for us, so we just have to pray and do what we need to do until what we want or need actually happens. All right, guys. But as I said again, I'll be going. I hope I can join you one more evening this week, especially since I'll be off during the end of the week, so I can come on and do another live. Yeah, imagine having a friend you have never met. Yes, Rondine. We communicate, and yes, very good friend. It feels like I've known her a long time, but we have not yet met. She's just a subscriber. And I have so many more. Carrie and Chantal. I don't know who else is watching but didn't type in the chat. Yes, amazing friends that I have. We encourage each other, and we have not yet met. So, we communicate on our phones now, and we all met over the channel, right? So, I really hope that for those of you who are watching, that your dream, your wish will come to fruition one day, and that you will get to be here. All right. Yes. All right. So once again, enjoy your evening wherever you're watching from, or enjoy your morning, and I wish you all a wonderful day and stay safe. All right. So bye for now, guys, and thank you so, so much for joining. I really appreciate you taking the time to join. All right. So bye until next time. Bye, Juliet. And remember, you can message me even after the live ends if you so desire.